Let's talk about getting our needs met, both in childhood and in adulthood. As a child, in order to get my needs met, I had to go underground. My mother is a sociopath and a narcissist. I come from a narcissistic family system. I've been no contact for over 30 years, with the exception of a very small blip in between. And when I was a child, I was taught that my needs were not allowed. Period. End of story. I was taught to monitor the temperature of the room around me and to behave based on that temperature. In other words, try to be smaller if the heat was up and take up a little bit of space, but not fully take up space if the heat was down. Like if I saw that my mother was in a good mood, I wasn't relaxed, but I was not on the edge kind of thing. If you know, you know, right? If you know, you know. This is a language that we speak that other people aren't going to understand. So as a child, to get my needs met, I had to go underground. I had to find ways to manipulate, be the master manipulator, in order to get the things that I needed, whatever that looked like. And that could be even just getting a hug from like my stepfather, for example, who was an amazing man. Unfortunately, he passed when I was 12 years old. My mother's connected to that. Anywhoosie, anything that I wanted or needed, I couldn't just say, hey, may I have that please? Or ask for it directly. I couldn't do anything like that whatsoever because my mother would tell me that I was a user if I did that. She would tell me, oh, you only connect to people when you want something. She would tell me I was basically parasitic, which is exactly what she was. So I learned very quickly and very early that asking directly was a bad thing to do. A byproduct of that was her turning me into what she would call me, the master manipulator. Although I wasn't really a master at it. If I were, I would have escaped her much sooner, because that's one of the needs I had that needed to be met. As an adult who's gone through a lot of therapy and done a lot of work on myself, I've noticed that I now stand my ground to get my needs met, and I take up space. It took a long time to get comfortable in this place, and I was just thinking about it the other day, which is why I wanted to share this video with you. It's so important for us to look back at where we were and celebrate where we are instead of looking at where we're not. And so one of the places I'm in right now is I stand my ground to get my needs met. And that might sound aggressive, but that's how it feels to me. It almost feels aggressive because, the pendulum swings really harshly one way or the other, but I'm not aggressive in saying that, right? I just am very comfortable taking up space and asking for what I need outright. And I feel no necessity whatsoever. I feel no need, no drive, nothing to kind of, oh, can you please, or be the good little girl, or get a little softer. No, I'm just standing my ground just like any other human being who is in a good, healthy place in terms of self-esteem, self-confidence, and I can just ask for what I need. And that's huge. No mock conversations even. And this isn't, something I've been doing for a long time even. It's like in the last, I'd say maybe 5 years. I remember like 5 years ago, I needed a ride somewhere. And I had all these mock conversations before asking this person, hey, can you give me a ride? Like all the possible outcomes. So when I say this is huge, it's actually huge because I wouldn't even think anything of it now. I hope that anyone out there who's struggling with this gives you something to know that you can do too. Because I'm special, but I'm not special. I don't have like a special skill or something like that. I have some special skills, but I mean, we all have talents and whatever. What I'm saying is I'm just an ordinary person who's been through a lot of stuff that laid a foundation that made me not understand that I'm allowed to take up space and that I'm valuable. And if I can do it, so can you.